Hello and welcome to highlights from the second round of the CUPRA SimRacing Series, the endurance round at Imola. It was Jack Keithley on pole position ahead of David Noj and an incredible qualifying session from Emre Cihan as they took to the start. It was a decent launch from the Englishman of Jack Keithley, but it was a far superior one from that of Emre Cihan, who was very aggressive on the run down towards Tamburello for the first time, throws it down the inside and gets side by side with Jack Keithley. On the exit of Tamburello, it would be Emre Cihan in the red car taking the advantage and the lead. Backwards in the pack, we've got Kirill Antonov going side by side with Ben Zupanek as they switch positions. An aggressive move from Kirill Antonov causes contact with the back of Ben Zupanek, firing him into the side of David Noj and costing the advantage on Jack Keithley out of Tosa. The two teammates would battle for position up towards Piratella, but Ben Zupanek allowed David Noj to hold third. On the run down the hill though towards Acqua Minerale, the first of many mistakes at this section, Ben Zupanek runs out and dodges all of the sausage curbs, grabs back onto the racing line. Battle for the race lead, Emre Cihan coming under increasing pressure from Jack Keithley, who goes for an excellent cutback into the final Ravazza section, and he takes the lead of the race. Whilst the primary trio though were running away at the top end of the field, the battle for fourth position was just heating up as Moritz Lerner would get down the inside of Ben Zupanek and take fourth position for himself, finishing fourth in the two previous races. On the run down towards Acqua Minerale, Emre Cihan was trying to get a bit aggressive with Jack Keithley, and this opens the door for David Noj to go all the way around the outside, a touch of contact on the apex for the two of them, and David Noj was forced off the circuit. They'd run side by side up towards Variante Alta, but with David Noj on the outside, the advantage really would go the way of Emre Cihan. He would be showing some excellent pace though and would set his sights on the back of Jack Keithley and maybe try a bit of an alternate strategy to get ahead of him. He would be the first one into the pit lane. Whilst this is all happening though, Kirill Antonov made contact with the back of Ben Zupanek, who was then fired across the inside of the first part of Tamburello, comes onto the circuit just ahead of his teammate David Noj, costing them both time, allows his teammate to get back through but has gained the position on Moritz Lerner courtesy of Kirill Antonov. Jack Keithley would then come into the pit lane as would his teammate Moritz Lerner, and this is on board with Emre Cihan. He hadn't lost too much time but hadn't gained the lead. The fight was definitely on. By the time that David Noj had come through the pit lane though, you could see the top two had just cleared off into the distance. He'd have to do a little bit of work to catch those two. Battle for fifth place though, and Bence Banky had gone longer than anyone else in his tyres. He had the freshest ones make contact with the back of Moritz Lerner, who was fired into the back of Kirill Antonov. The fight wouldn't be over though, as on the very final lap Bence Banky would try and go all the way around the outside on his much fresher tyres. It wouldn't really work out. Moritz Lerner would hang on to the top five, but this man Jack Keithley, after losing the lead on the start, takes the victory. Emre Cihan behind, and David Noj takes a well-deserved third place.